Hello everybody, this is Kevin back with Inspiring How You See That. Today we're going to be talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. We're going to be doing kind of like a movie review and talking about the movie and talking about, some of the main actors. And we'll probably be doing some follow-ups to not only a spotlight on some of these actors and the film. Now, they of course got this based as a horror film. I would say it's kind of, a little bit of a horror slash suspense slash a little bit of drama because of kind of what happened within the movie. And we'll talk about that as we get into that. What's really cool, and a lot of you don't know, is that not only was it in the theaters, it was on Peacock. Some of you may already know that, especially the big fans of Five Nights at Freddy's. But if you saw this advertisement, you're like, hey, I want to watch it, but it is on Peacock, so I wanted to get that right out there first. But I'll tell you, it's a lot better in the theater, especially when, depending upon what kind of theater you're going to, if you can just kind of sit back, get in the recliner chairs that they have there, and especially being in a full surround sound with the widescreen. I would recommend watching this movie in one of those theaters first, and then you can watch it at home. And this is a movie that you can actually watch over and over again. I know there's a lot of horror movies and suspense movies where I've watched them and I'm like, I might watch it again, 3-4 years later. But these are one of those ones where if somebody says, well, I haven't watched that, you say, well, okay, I'll sit down and watch it with you. It is a very good movie. I wanted to talk about, the first thing is today that this will be posted will not only be little over a week, or actually almost a week, as today that the movie came out. Now, the first weekend in the box office, put in the comments below to some of these questions that we have. As I said, this is going to be a little bit of a trivia. Put in the comments below how much you thought it made on the first weekend. Actually, it was one of the top rated movies, which is harder to do nowadays with everything coming out on TV, and as I said, it come out on Peacock. But this is just in the theaters that the money that it made. So put that in the comments. Now, the second question that I have is basically one of the main actors was in several comedy movies. I would name 3 of those movies. And this is a little bit of a different part for him, playing this actor as a kind of a different type of acting than he usually does with comedy. So name 3 of those movies. So put those in the comments. And the other thing is Josh, which we're going to talk more about him as we get into this video segment. This is a third question. Josh also has starred in several movies, and I was going to through him, and I've always enjoyed him as an actor. He's a great actor. But name one of the movies which was a space movie, and I thought this was a great movie. And actually, one of the other comical actors that are in that movie played a part with the same actor that's in this movie. I'm not going to give you all the names, but that's why I'm saying it like this, so that way you can put it in the comments. Let us know what that movie is. So now we're going to get into the movie, and I thought this movie was well played. And, as far as the star, the ratings, this is my opinion. It was a great movie, and it was well scripted, great actors. And so we'll get into some of the pictures from the movie. Of course, this is Josh Hutcherson. This is the actor that I was talking about that played in several movies. Great actor, and he played this part very, very well. So I encourage you to see what you think, and what you think about his acting and acting career. Of course, this is the bad animatronic. Well, they call them animatronics as far as what was created within this movie, and I really like this because this is based on the video series, and I want to do actually a couple more trivia here that I can think about. There's 2 more. The I know a lot of you out there that are Five Nights at Freddy's fans and don't like this, but the eyes in the movie were red. What are their original color that are in the game? Now, the next one, the one other question I wanted to ask, and of course this is, you know, from my son that, you know, is big into this too as well, is there's a person on YouTube, and I'm not going to give the name, this is the trivia, that actually figured out the Five Nights at Freddy's and how all the characters were controlled and how they come about. So what is that name of that YouTuber that's out there that does a lot of segments in the Five Nights at Freddy's? Now, another cool thing is that this has been around for almost, geez, I think 10 years now. So this started out as a, you know, gaming horror game and suspense game. And what's really cool is they've created it into a movie series. And I think this is going to be a lot more series. There's been a few other movies out there that have done this, but I believe that Five Nights at Freddy's is going to be one of those that's just going to keep evolving. And you guys let us know out there what you guys all think, and maybe let us know what you thought about the movie, if you liked it or you didn't like it. And as I said, we'll be going through, and I didn't want to make this segment too long because I can talk for several hours in regards to some of the actors that are in this movie, and I wanted to do those in separate segments. So be watching out for those segments that we'll do, and make sure you do like and subscribe, so that way you'll get a notification when we put those out, and we'll see you on the next video.